Hi, I'm Bernicia. Welcome to my podcast, In the Mind of Break. Today we're going to be talking about animal-related topics. I know one topic I see a lot. I see a lot of people commenting on social media or exotic pets. And like cockatoos, lizards, and stuff like that. And I love seeing people, especially on YouTube. A lot of people have YouTube channels for their pets. Talking about taking them back to the wild. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? That really is crazy to me. Because, if you take those animals, majority of them were born and raised in captivity, which means handled by humans their whole life. You put them in the wild, they're gonna die. And people really don't think about that. Just think of how many people who seriously take those comments seriously and start to feel bad and really think they're actually causing harm to the animal and release these animals into the wild and something bad happens to them. Then what? Really? People don't think before they come. It's one of those cases where people don't think and do their research before they come. If you put an animal that's been raised by humans from start to the finish by humans, their odds of survival in the wild aren't very high because they're so used to humans they don't know. In the wild, animals learn real quickly to be wary of humans, keep your distance from humans, not to get too close to humans. Animals born in captivity don't have that instincts of humans because, of course, their family in the wild, their ancestors, their elders, predecessors, all that, they were taught early on to be wary, have certain instincts when it comes to humans. So, animals raised in captivity don't have those, don't have that family dynamic. They have no ancestors, predecessors, elders to tell them, hey, these are the rules you have to follow because they were never born and raised in that type of survival type of environment where they were warned what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, all that. Be wary of humans or be wary of these enemies, be wary of all that. This is our food. This is not our food. Stuff like that. They don't have that. They don't have that dynamic. It's crazy to me how people be coming like, please come back and wow, you're doing something, that'd be doing more to them. You release them back in the wild knowing they were raised and handled by humans from start to finish. That's gonna cause them more damage. If it's continue doing them damage, releasing them back in the wild gonna do even more. And then people never think about the fact, where do you think that cats and dogs come from? Thin air. Dogs and cats come from generation of wild animals. Wild animals humans took out of their environment to be bred as house pets and to get to where they are now. So if that's the case, what about the cats and dogs? Shouldn't they be released back to the wild to be with their ancestors, and live the way their ancestors, meant for them to live in the wild? No, they probably wouldn't last very long either. Though yes, we do have we have more stray cats and animals than cats and stray dogs and anything else in this world, yeah. So I guess there's something to do with some extent, despite that they do have somewhat survival instincts, but still, not really. Not really, because not a lot of them end up living very long. A lot of animals, like stray cats, don't tend to live very long as animals, home cats. They're primarily in the house around humans. They tend to live a lot less longer because they're raised on the street, because they were born and raised on the street. Yeah. Just wish people would think before they comment certain stuff. Like, do your research before you leave a comment like that. I'm gonna release an animal raising activity since the day they were born and handled by humans. I'm back in the wild. Like, it's too late for them to be back in the wild. Too late. They should have been released in the wild generations ago, but they weren't. They were born and bred to be house pets. Exotic or not, they were born, raised, and handled by humans. too much so to be released back anywhere. Only way you can release an animal back in the wild if you have the least amount of human contact, like some zoos do or rescue organizations do. They trap animals, they trap and release animals that are injured, or just spade them. Just spade them or fix or spade them. But other than that, you cannot release an animal that's been handled way too much by humans back into the wild, because they're not going to be wary of humans, and they're going to get too close, and therefore they're going to get killed. Even though they're not doing anything harmful, that person's not going to know that. That person's going to think some wild animal is charging towards them. They're not going to know this animal was raised by humans all their life. They're going to think this animal should try to kill them. So they're going to take action. Look what's going to happen. That's going to be another story. A sad story. An animal being killed for no reason. Because of human error. That's on human error part right there. But yeah. Thanks for listening.